Hey guys, Pfft here. Today we're looking at Alex 768 AS768's replay of his T49 and how he drives it in the map Sacred Valley. It's going to be another replay analysis and should be a good installment to the series, because this is an insane battle that goes on in his T49, which is a tier 8 tank, tier 8 light tank in a tier 10 game. Matchmaking was not up for him at the moment. The time of him pressing battle, which is slightly unfortunate because you don't really want to be in this position in the T49. It is a scouty tank, however, with this gun, you'll kind of have to do more passive scouting than active damaging scouting. So he's trying to get some spots in here. He's going down to the C line area, 1-2 line, and somehow he gets spotted there. Don't know how, but he does. So he's going into this 1-2 line over here, where all the heavies go. I think that's where he's going to go. Yep, he's going there now. So it looks at the start that there's not very many tanks up on this 1-2 line, which is a good thing because there's about half of his team going down this area. Which means that if they go onto the other side of the map, on the 8 line, then they're screwed. However, he sees that there's a huge amount of heavy tanks and he decides to turn around, which I think is the right decision, because what he does later on proves that he is a very good player and his decision here was correct. So he's heading back now, see if he can get any shots onto that T49 or just to fall back slightly. However, that T49 dies very, very quickly as the AMX 5120 kills him. As you can see, there's an AMX 1390 over there. So he's going to decide, he decides here to try and spot anything that might be coming down that valley or anything up on that hill. However, he doesn't see anything. So he now decides to go over to the MX 1390, see if he can get some shots in on there. Briefly see there's a huge amount of tanks over on that 1-2 area. So they're absolutely screwed. And they're probably going to lose all of our... we're probably going to lose our allied tanks there eventually. So as you can see, this gun is really inaccurate. It's a 152mm gun. It shoots HE, heat, and that special HE stuff, which has a high splash radius. But as you can see, he just took off nearly all of the AMX 1390's health, which is really good for him. Not so good for the AMX 1390, who I think may have left the battle because he just seemed to be sitting there doing nothing. As you see, Type 61 up there, he's managed to get around everyone. So seeing if he can get any shots on, he can't because there's a hill in the way. But yeah. So this gun is really good. It is a gun that shoots HE, so the penetration values aren't going to be that good. See if we can just quickly have a look, see what they are. There we go. 152mm, what was it? I didn't see that, but penetration 85 with the special HE, which I think is the same as you'd get on the normal HE. So 82mm or 85, one of the two. That's pretty good. With an average damage on HE, I know this is 910, which is absolutely insane for a tier 8 light tank. So as you can see here, he just donks the shot straight into the side of that MX 5120, which is a tier 10, tier 9 even, heavy French tank, lightly armoured, as I'm sure you all know, so it wasn't that hard to penetrate the side and wipe him out. So he's deciding here to follow this T54, go down into the little mini valley here. You can see there's a Pfft 4 up there. Maybe he can get some shots on him, hopefully he can. If you've been looking at the chat, you can see there's a T57 heavy who does get a bit annoying throughout the game. However, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to complain. So, Pfft here, can he take the shot? Somehow, without aiming at all, he managed to get a direct hit straight onto that mini flat gun mantlet thing you get on the Pfft Panzer 4, which is pretty good. This gun is probably got you know, Russian tanks have the hand of Stalin. American tanks have the hand of Obama. I'd rather have the hand of Stalin because you just sound cooler. I got the hand of Obama. But anyway, so smashes a shot straight into the back of that MX 1390. However, it gets a very low damage roll there. Unfortunate for him. So he's got an IS-8 and an M103 up here. The T54 seems to be having a good shot at them, or he doesn't seem to be doing any damage. So he decides to Alex decides to see if he can get any shots in. He auto aims, but for some reason it just goes straight into the mouse corpse that was on the side there. And suddenly, he's alone. Oh dear, against an IS-8 and M103. Who would you bet your stuff for? There's also Rheinmetall Borsigg, who's down on the F line, so he could be shot by him, which would be very bad. But he manages to kill that M103 with a nice shot, clean into the side. But he gets spotted by something, probably the Waffenträger or that M103 that he just shot. So he's falling back here, seeing if he can get any shots onto the IS-8, which has probably ran away. Because I think that he thinks that the IS-8 has turned to the right and gone to cap. So currently it's an even game with... Actually, no, it's not. Alex's team is currently winning. However, his team has a bot, which isn't very good. So technically that's not a player. So, don't know really. Kind of an even game. So he gets this IS-8 here. This is really risky. He takes a shot on the move, somehow manages to hit. But he takes a shot and he decides to ram an IS-8, which is really pushing it, because this is a lightly armor tank, which means it's going to be a very light tank compared to that IS-8, which has heavy armor and it's probably going to weigh quite a lot as well. So that's a very lucky thing there. However, the IS-8 only had 80 health, so it's easy enough to one-shot in a ram. So he's a tier 8 light tank in a tier 10 game, and he's managed to get 4 kills so far, 3,500 damage, which is really good. This derp gun is just completely insane, and I can see why he's using it. He's showing how to play this tank really well, which is always a good thing. So now it's only 2 artillery. If he can get these 2 artillery, it means he's going to get a top gun. And getting a top gun in a high tier game is really good for any tank, especially a T49. So that T57 Heavy is kind of a dick in the chat. Thanks for killing off 5120. Don't really need to say that's a bit unnecessary, but it is a bot, so you know. So he's trying to get some spots in now, see if he can spot the artillery. Peeping over there, he spots the, what is that? Object something or other. Object 261. Kills him, that's good. He gets spotted by the Object 261, of course, because he took the shot. However, if he can get this M12, I think. If he can get the M12, then that should be good, and he should be able to get a top gun, which would be amazing. Kind of risky though, because if he misses this shot and the artillery just so happens to have not fired by the time he has taken his shot, he could be shotgunned by the M12, which in fact doesn't even have to hit him. He could probably one-shot him if he just missed. So he peeps around this corner. Can we see the tank? Can we see the M12? Can't see it. Oh, that was close, but we managed to spot him. He takes a nice shot there. So overall in that game was really good. He got top gun, 4,500 damage, and yeah, really good game. Managed to get some lucky shots in as well with the inaccuracy of this gun, but he managed to derp his way through with the hand of a bomber. So as you can see, he got his mastery badge. He got 37,474 credits and 3,154 experience with Top Gun Kamikaze and his mastery badge, which is really good for him. Well done. And team score, he came first probably, yeah, he came first in terms of damage, first in terms of kills, and first in terms of experience, which is amazing. However, he had artillery. Is that the artillery? The artillery, yeah, the artillery did pretty well. So did that SU-12254. Good job to him. Detailed score, as we can see, damage 4,429, really good. And he didn't do particularly much spotting damage, 338, but I think he was more aiming as a hardcore shooty shotgun tank. So this has been Pfft. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.